Hi, welcome back to Evie's Brew and Baked Goods. My name is Evelyn, and today we're gonna make the cutest little gifts. These are some homemade jams. This is what I make at home, and you can put some like little herbs, a little greenery on it. So some oregano from the garden. I even have some rosemary because I already have them labeled for my friends. And on the back, it just says what's in it. And so this strawberry jam, I make it all the time. It's super easy. I've seen some recipes float around that they take like all day or they take hours to make. I will say it does take some time, but it is worth it. If you're making like a larger batch, I will say to like carve out an hour of time. If you're making a smaller batch, maybe like 30 minutes. But today we're gonna make about 8 little jars because I'm gonna make one for my mom as well. I have strawberry for some strawberry jam and some blueberries for blueberry jam. And you don't have to use frozen, but I always have these on hand, so it's just easier for me than having to go to the market and buying fresh, and it tastes just as good. We use honey because we don't like too much refined sugar. So we use honey for the sweetener, and we have some salt and a little bit of lemon. Now this goes a long way with this. It really just brings out the flavor and it gives a little bit of that tart to your sweet. But yeah, be careful with this. I normally just use like very little because it does, you can taste it. So I'm gonna make 2 batches. I'm gonna have 2 pots going, and I don't really like measure it too much, but I want to make about 4 strawberry jam bottles of these, and then about another like 4 of these as well. So I'm just gonna eye it and I'll show it to you. But yeah, I was kind of doing the math, and last time I made about 8 of these, and it took me 1 whole bag of these to make, to use. So this is a 4-pound bag. So since I want to make half of that, I want to fill 4 jars, I need about 2 pounds of strawberries. So since I opened this bag up already, I'm gonna probably use up like this much, like maybe 3 pounds of it. But yeah, that's kind of like the math. I wish I had better proportions for you, but I don't. But just keep in mind, like if it seems like a lot, it's gonna become very little because you're in a sense kind of dehydrating the liquid. So even if you have if it looks like a lot, don't worry about it. Like it's gonna get small. So I'm gonna go ahead. So this is kind of what I look at. This is about a little over a cup for me. Kind of try to measure it out. So since I want to use about 2 pounds, this is 4 pounds, and if it was already opened, I will say this is a good spot to fill 4 jars. And I'll probably just put a little more. And then let's go on to the blueberries. So blueberries are a little bit easier to measure. Obviously they fit well. And since I only want 4, we're probably gonna do about 4 cups of these. See how they come out. And I will show you what it looks like. But honestly, who cares if you have a little extra jam? Who doesn't like jam? So good. That was 3 and 4. So it looks roughly the same, to be honest. This is about 4 cups of the frozen blueberries. And this is 2 pounds. I think roughly around 4 cups as well. Looks pretty good, right? I think so. My husband's over here like... Okay, so for this amount of honey, I would say we use a good 3/4 cup. Because you already have the sweetness from the fruit seeping through, so you really don't have to use too much. So we're gonna do about a 3/4 cup for each, and then a pinch of salt on each, and then a squeeze of lemon for each. So I have them both in here. I did turn up the heat just a little bit so that the fruit can get a little warm before I put the honey in. Because once I put the honey in, and if it's frozen, it's just gonna stick to it. So I just want to melt them down a little bit, get some heat in there before I pour in the honey. So this is 3/4 cup of honey, and we're going to go ahead and add that in here to the blueberries. And then we'll do the same thing with the strawberries. This is a perfect gift because it's homemade, it's from the heart, and Anybody can eat it with some crackers, some bread, put on some ice cream. That's my favorite way to eat it. Some vanilla ice cream with some homemade jam. So good. And this will last about 2 weeks refrigerated. Okay, so we're gonna put just like a pinch of salt. Sprinkle that on there. Okay, let's do 2 pinches. Do the same thing to the strawberry. A little more. Perfect. And then for the lemon, just take out the seed. You don't want any seeds falling in there. Again, this is really up to you, but that's like all I put, like a small squeeze, because you can really taste it. And if you put too much, and if you don't like that tart taste, then you probably put a little too much. Okay, so this, you're just gonna wait until it gets watery. You want the honey to mix in really well with the blueberries and the strawberries, and then you're gonna come in with this and you're gonna smush them up. And then at that point, you just keep stirring or it's gonna stick to the bottom of the pan. So you want to keep it at a good consistent heat. I have it about at a medium, and with time you'll just keep turning it down as it thickens up. So once the berries have reached this stage, you're kind of boiling, we're gonna go ahead and go with our smasher and give them like a little smash to help the process along. So they should already be soft, so it shouldn't really take too much. You don't have to press too hard. Kind of get it. And I do like mine a little chunky, so I probably will leave some pieces in there, but it honestly depends on how thick or thin you like it, if you like chunks of strawberries or not. I do like a little bit of that chunk in there. But yeah, this is all you do. And you do the same thing to the blueberries once the blueberries have started to boil a bit. Okay, so this is a good consistency. You can tell there's still a little bit of the berries in it, and it looks really good. And of course, I'll show you when it's time to bottle them up. But yeah, right now it's still really hot, so just let it cool for like 10 minutes. But this is just constantly stirring once it reaches up to this point. Like, you don't want it to stick to the pot. And then over here, we still have the strawberries going. So I did turn up the heat just a little bit because it was just taking too much time to get to the consistency I want when it's so close. So you can see it's thickened up quite a bit and it's almost there. You want to be careful. This does pop. I already burned myself once. But constantly stirring, because if you just let it go, it will just boil, it'll pop and make a mess, and on top of it, it will just start sticking to the pot. I keep wanting to say pan, but it's pot. Okay, so we finished our jams. I want to say that took about an hour of letting it kind of simmer and then stirring, as you've seen in the clips. And here we have our little jars with the little cats. How cute. I think these are about like, what, 4 ounces? Maybe less. And then we have little black stickers to put the expiration date. So these have to stay refrigerated. They're not preserved. I'm not preserving them to last forever on the shelf life. So they do have to stay refrigerated and be eaten within 2 weeks. I wouldn't go past the 2-week mark. That way it stays fresh and it's good. And then we have our little string with name tags where I'll put their name on there and the ingredients so they know what's in it. And that's it. And so we're going to go ahead and pour them into the jars. I'll show you how to do like 1 or 2, and then I think you get the idea. Okay, this is going to be my handy dandy tool, and it's just like the right size to help the jam go through. So you want to be really careful because this is still going to be really hot. I'm going to show you how to do 1, kind of like squeeze it in there. And we're going to go ahead and put our sleeves up. Get some in here. Oh, don't do what I just did. Just help it in. Can I get a cleaner on aisle 2? My husband's staring at me like, it's good stuff here, I know. It smells so good. So here is our blueberry jar. And you're gonna go ahead and get like a little stir. You can kind of like shake it a bit to kind of get those little air bubbles out. But it is cute. It is still warm, still kind of hot, so just be careful. And then I'm going to show you how to do the strawberry next. So now I have a little topper here ready to go for the strawberry. And I feel like the strawberry is a little bit easier just because it's a bit smoother. And it's super simple to do. It takes a little time, a little love, but that's what makes it special. That's what gifts are about. They're not just meant to be something you just pick up at a random store. I feel like back in the day, gifts used to be more curated and personalized. So I'm trying to get back to that. Try not to lose the love of gift giving and gift receiving, especially around the holidays. It's perfect. How cute. Okay, I'm gonna do the rest of these and then we will put the little tags on them together. Alrighty, so we have our little jams, our little tags, and our little string. I put the little dates on them so people could know like their best buy date. By then they can just like give it a good taste or smell test. And we have Christmas bags to put them in, which I will show you as well. We can go ahead and write blueberry jam. And then on the back, we'll go ahead and write down the ingredients. Do the same. Make sure this is going with the strawberry jam. How cute. We'll go ahead and put our string through and tie it around our jar. And then we'll add some finishing touches. Okay, so we have our little tags on. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I do this. And on the back is the ingredients. Just tie it around the little loop and another little loop. Now earlier today I went and I grabbed a bunch of herbs from the garden. So I got some rosemary and some oregano that I think would look just really cute, kind of like stick it through here. I'm gonna try to show you. Like squeeze it in. And it just makes a cute little gift. And I have, like, again, like I mentioned, the expiration date with some crackers. Cute. So I have little bags. I'm gonna use the red one for Christmas first. So what I'm gonna do is put them in our bag. I have some paper here, just that way it doesn't sink to the bottom. Wrap it up, stuff it there, add a little crackers. Now these aren't gluten-free, but these are for people who aren't gluten-free. Stick it in there with a little jam. And it's ready to go. You can put like another tag with their name on it if you want to. But it's ready. So it doesn't have to be too hard. It's really easy to just give like a thoughtful gift. You can just like use your frozen berries or just pop by the store when you're grocery shopping already and get some berries to make some jams with. Again, like I just bought, I didn't even buy these. I got some in my garden, but if you wanted to stop by the store with your berries and get some herbs to stick in there, like how cute. I'm gonna do that to each of these. Alrighty, so now we're just stuffing our bags. Got a strawberry jam. Cute. Like the holidays are just my favorite. Like I don't know if you can see that, but that is just adorable. People can just snack on them at work or on the go. Little jam and crackers. And then I also got some green ribbon to tie it with just to add a little extra holiday touch. But it's really all just like in the details. There's that. And that. And look at my little adult goodie bags. All right, I need scissors for this. 1 second. I'm just tying like a little bow right here, having like a little like ribbon hang loose. I think that'll look like, oh, look at that with the red. That's so pretty. Okay, let's try it out here. So just make sure they line up evenly. Give it a little turn there. I don't know if I should just like leave it like that. Husband, what do you think? Or should I do like a bow? A bow? Okay, husband says bow. Let's see how this goes. I can do a cutesy bow on here. Kind of hard with this like stiffer ribbon. I need like one of those silky ribbons, but I'm all out, I think. So this will do. Okay, how's that? Is that cute? I think that is kind of cute. Let's try the red one. But yeah, this is it. I hope this helps. Like if you need last minute gifts, or if you want to give your coworkers or some friend a nice little touch of a holiday gift. How's that? How do you do it where you like tight? Oh, there it is. Figuring things out as we go. Okay. All right, you guys. I hope that was helpful. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Make sure to subscribe. Always forget that part. Follow, like, the works. You can also find me on TikTok, Instagram, and let me know what you think of this little gift idea. Honestly, you can put this like a little basket. That's also a really good idea. My husband's shaking his head. You can do baskets. I used to do baskets too. Maybe I'll do a video for, I don't know, we're at the end of the year already, maybe for New Year's. But yeah, I'm gonna finish these up, but I hope you will try this out. Let me know how it goes.